Thanks for joining us again, folks, on a V2VG video podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop. We are rolling now. We've got a producer,
Yeah, we got
Evan.
as part of his school work and community service aspect, which
Yeah,
has enabled us to get back into doing it. And as kind of the theme for today is getting back into some of the grassroots stuff we started.
yeah, we're really trying. We're trying. So when we started V2VG, we always intended to be a direct aid organization.
Yeah,
Well, not always, but we went to that. Well, we wanted to help. We always wanted to do the right things for the right reasons. We
Yeah.
wanted to do like snow removal and stuff, but then we transitioned quickly to doing direct aid, right? But we wanted to do more. We wanted to do a little bit of respite stuff, and we didn't end up doing that. But Chuck, we always wanted to do, excuse me, like certificates and flags and things like this, and we did that for a while. And you can see that on our Facebook page and other social media sites on our website.
yeah,
Right.
we would. We kind of established three awards that we would give annually to deserving individuals. One was specifically geared towards veterans who and first responder, well, veterans who basically went through the shit and then even came home side and continue to struggle, but were able to fight through it.
Yeah.
And that was our Perseverance Award.
Now, Costello Perseverance Award, named for your buddy.
Yeah, who did pass away in a car accident, but he did have a couple situations where he was almost a statistic.
Yeah, that was his name, Tony.
Yeah,
Tony
and-
Costello Award of Perseverance, and then we had a first responder
Yep.
award, and then we had
that was the Grayson
the Grayson Award.
from one of our key people, Edna Grayson. Her late husband was
He's a police
he
chief.
was a long time police officer and police chief.
Yep. And then we had, what was the other one? And it's been such a long time. I feel bad for not remembering.
It was a community service one, but I forgot what we called it.
Yeah, it was community service, and that's for anybody, right?
Yeah,
That's-
that was for typically either local businesses that really stood out or individuals
Yes.
that stood out as advocates or things of that nature. Yeah.
It's for serving those whom we serve, and there were flags, and we did awards, and it was really nice, really beautiful. In addition to certificates and things like that we've done, and one of the things that we do in the military is we do challenge coins, and some of you know what challenge coins are, and we asked our board, can we get challenge coins? And at first there was resistance. Why do you need challenge coins? And because our board's not made up, believe it or not, of just veterans. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's. I mean,
know.
I think we have 4 veterans.
Yeah, and we have 13 members.
13, yeah,
Yeah.
13 members, one ex officio, but
So
yeah,
not even half of our board are veterans. So a lot of them don't know they know now, but a lot of them don't know or didn't know what challenge coins are or the significance of them. So we had to try to explain what they are, what they represent, and how important challenge coins are as like a mini award, kind of like a
yeah, and really,
how would you explain that, right?
it took some of the people at the thrift store seeing us give coins to individuals. I think one was the police chief in Franconia,
Matt Cashin, good guy.
And so they saw the reaction of the individuals, whether it be in the first responder community or
Yeah.
the veteran community,
And they gave us one.
and then
So they're like,
yeah,
this isn't just a thing that the military does, because it's not. We have a whole rack of
Yeah.
challenge coins from DART, which is the Dartmouth medical flight, and we have a bunch of stuff.
oh yeah,
So we got approved eventually to get our own challenge coins, and I'm proud to say that our organizational
So-
coin
so
that Chuck's holding up, our organizational coin has been
And then-
repeatedly said, and we'll post a picture of it.
and I think we
It's a 2-inch coin. We've been told that that's the coolest coin that they've ever seen. It's the nicest coin they've ever seen, which is nice.
it is.
Feather in the cap. And then we have our president's coin, which I have. It's smaller. It's like a 1.5-inch coin. It's our logo on the front, and then on the back it has our secondary flag, our main categories of whom we serve. Um, you know, it's got the Gadsden flag, military, firefighters, law enforcement, corrections, dispatch, EMS, and rescue. And I bought that with my money, not with the board's money, just so the board knows when they watch. It's a president's coin. It's what Chuck and I give in the office to people who don't get a organizational coin, excuse me, but get a president's coin. And the coins represent a way to say, thank you.
It really is, and it's something that anybody who's worked in the veteran community or on the military, the actual government side,
Yeah.
because I believe that even like Secret Service, all those guys do as well.
Law
from what
enforcement,
I
Secret
understand.
Service, and other uniformed services.
And I mean, it's for people who serve, especially wartime people. If you get coins from anybody from like a low general, like an 04, 05, all the way up, it's like something like it's even bigger than just one from the squadron or the unit.
Yeah.
So those were bragging rights in a lot of ways. So it's a way to show appreciation for going above and beyond what is your call of duty, whatever your job is, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's just a nice attaboy or attagirl, whatever. It's a nice thing that we do, and
it's tangible. It's something you
tangible.
can put. Most of us have, and I love Me Box with our ribbons and all those things, but for a lot of these civilians that work in a veteran community, they get something now. They're able to have something.
And you should
that
see
is
their look
more.
on their face, like, "Oh, this is really nice." What why do I get this? What do I do with it? And like, just keep it wherever you want. Throw it away. But then, of course, they're not. They'll put it on their desk. We have some put it on their wall on their little shelf. It's a nice thing because they don't get awards. Chuck, when we first met at the karate dojo, he gave me this walking staff in appreciation for what I've done. This is heartwood. It's from the inside of what kind of tree was it?
Dead one.
A dead one, a dead tree.
I don't know what kind of tree.
But it's a hardwood. It's not pine, and it's a walking staff. And he put paracord on it, and he stained the wood to keep it. And you can see that's not flaked or anything. And it's heavy as shit. I'm going to end up wood burning different things in here, and this is over a decade old now.
Oh god, yeah, it's probably close to 50. This is when we first met, and we weren't even friends. I mean, I wouldn't even say associates at that point. You were a guy who took my money to be part of the dojo. Like it was completely transactional at that point.
But
and
Chuck appreciated what I did for the dojo and for the people in the dojo, and he wanted to reward me for my efforts. And I don't get praise or anything for what I've done in the dojo, and so it's really nice. It was a nice thing, and of course I was very uncomfortable because it was at an awards thing for the dojo for the students, and he surprised me with it.
Yeah, he was angry with me.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Why are you going to put me center stage?
But I did appreciate it, and I kept it for all these years. And Chuck probably thought that I just tossed it after all this time, and I brought it into the office probably
just about a week ago.
And he was like, oh, you still have it? I said, fuck yeah, I still have it, because it meant a lot to me and still does. The point of all this is there are ways to show your appreciation. And we got away from that just after COVID, was it? When did we get away from doing it?
It was, I think, 2021 was our last one, because that's the one we did in your yard. And that was Lisa and them. But I think, as we picked up steam as far as income of money and then income of cases and expanding the board, because we initially only had 5 board members and 4 were veterans. One was a caregiver. So it was a different situation.
Sure.
But we've talked about it, and we've done some smaller things recently. We've done letters of appreciation to important people about individuals we work with, and things of that nature. And so we really want to get back into it, because it gives that
So we're
one
trying.
person. Yeah, we want to get back into that a little bit.
So we're doing certificates of appreciation to different things. We have the William J. Chase Charitable Trust, and we're doing certificate of appreciation and plaques and things like that to just say thank you for different things that they do. We do certificates of appreciation for different organizations and people for, for things that they do, and not just for donations and things, but caregivers, veterans,
Advocates,
caseworkers
who go above and beyond,
Yeah.
and so this is something we really want to get back into. We did a video recently
We have
released.
another one here. If you can see,
about
this woman.
This is for an advocate as
This
well.
is an advocate, Victoria Parkhurst. She is an advocate for one of our clients, and she. Matter of fact, Chuck, why don't you talk about her?
And so she's the veteran's daughter, but at a very young age, I think she's only 28, 29 now.
Yeah, now.
Basically took on the responsibility of being a full-time caregiver because her mother came down with MS, became the main source of income while her mother was sick, did all the driving and real advocating, reaching out to us for all the things and now she's moved on and is helping her grandparents, and he's a veteran as well. But we like to do these things because the individuals we deal with do the things because they believe in the mission. They don't do it for recognition. So when we can give them something tangible to recognize the hard work, especially being in your 20s, to have to take on all that responsibility. Your 20s is like when you're supposed to really be finding out who you are. And so to take that all on is such a huge ordeal. And we appreciate that we were able to meet somebody that has put that much effort into taking care of their mother, grandparents.
To pivot and do things for other people at such a young age.
Yeah,
tells a lot about their person's character. And we want to, like Chuck said, we want to let them know that it's not going unnoticed, at least by us, and you could say thank you to somebody. You can say you're appreciated, but sometimes it's nice to have something tangible, right? And we want to be that organization to say you did something good, And we've moved away from it. So now, like that plaque, I made the plaque. We have a laser etcher that we do stuff, and we make the certificates, and we do this stuff because we don't want to spend money typically on these things, because we need to spend the money on assistance. See, a lot of the times people ask, why do you do this stuff? Because we need to be good stewards of the money that the store makes for us, because people donate to the store and they buy things from the store, or they donate to the charity because they have an expectation that we're going to be using these funds to help the people whom we serve. So we try to make sure we keep our overhead costs low.
And
so we want to do that, but we still want to make sure that we support those who support the people we serve.
And we don't do what we do in the office because of the money. Yes, we do get paid, and we're very particular about the way we go about getting paid, but that is what we kind of in the office we tend to use some of our pay for, is to do these things. We recently bought a model for a veteran, and so we do these type of things.
A reel-to-reel tape recorder. We spend a lot of our private funds that we get from the charity on the client. It's
just a way to keep giving back.
We keep giving back, and not to toot our horns, but that's what we do.
Yeah, it's just to continue to acknowledge, because we get that satisfaction every day. We got a wall full of cards
right there.
We got all kinds of different.
You take a picture of it, right? Yeah.
Things that where people come in, even years later, they come and they're like, "Hey, I had nobody else to go to this tragic situation." So we get to
Bill,
live
he just
in the
shows
now
up all the time. He's just like, "Hey, I want to say hi," and sometimes they check in on us, which is the nicest thing.
So we get those things, and we make documentation and we let our board know. So it's
Yeah.
nice to be able to give, because a lot of the people we deal with, they don't get the recognition. And even when we try to go to their higher ups, which last video we talked about someone who's leaving, and we now have to try and get in touch with the highest supervisor to find out if they've received our letter of recommendation and accommodation and stuff, because
What a messed up
some people
situation.
just don't, in the corporate world, the individual doesn't matter nearly as much. So
You end up becoming just a number lost in the shuffle. And we try to make sure that that doesn't happen. Whether you're just a regular client or you're one of our peers, we want to make sure that you can stand up and be counted. Because we've said this before, probably a long time ago.
yeah,
To our board, our clients, you're just a number. But to us in the office, you're not just a number. You're a person. And we're going to treat you like a person to the best of our ability. And you know what? Even if you're declined our services, you're still a person. We still care that you're in this tough spot, and we'll do the best we can to find somebody who can help you.
that is always our fallback. We really do push to find other resources if we can't financially assist because
Yeah.
of our policies. But yeah, so I mean, this is kind of a secondary thing that we would love to get back into, and I'll have Everin take a picture of the Marine Corps thing that you did for me as
Yeah,
well.
I should put the white on there. I'm gonna do that.
You know what?
Make it pop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Off topic, but yeah. So when I burned on the charitable trust plaque, the laser actually made it. You couldn't really see because cherry. It's notorious for not being able to see well. So I ended up putting this media in there to make it pop white. So I burned something for Chuck for his birthday, and I'm gonna do that. But anyway,
Yeah, so
live
it's
and
just a
learn.
way
Live and
that
learn.
we try and help let those who work so hard and who care so much, let them know that they are acknowledged and people see it and recognize it, even
Yeah.
if your bosses don't.
We see you. We care. And you know what? A lot of people might not know what to do. So I encourage you, whoever's watching, whenever you watch this, if you see somebody do something good, let them know. You don't have to make a certificate. You don't have to give them a coin. You don't have to do anything. But you know what? Sometimes a simple word like, you know what? I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did. It can go a long way because a lot of times people out there, they just feel unappreciated or underappreciated. And sometimes just saying, hey, you know what? You did a good job. It's nice of you to do that. That could go a long way.
Yeah, Christmas cards, little $10 Dunkin' card, anything like that
Yeah.
just is off the wall, out of the blue, and just as a thank you goes a long way for. I mean, we get all kinds of great things that really we end up looking back on later. We're going through files, and we're like, it really brings us back to, the beginning, and it's always nostalgic, but in a good way.
So when you're out there and you see somebody do something good, say thank you. We thank you.